Okay guys, I was just editing my vlog, or my vlog, been editing that too, but my little makeup tutorial slash review slash chat with me, whatever you want to call it. The one that you just got done watching or getting ready to watch. Probably getting ready to watch because I'll post this before it starts. I'm going to go ahead and let you know that yes, I completely noticed every little mistake I've made. I'm so sorry that I had the palette in front of my face half the time, so you couldn't even see what I was doing. My husband's sick, so you could hear him hack in the background once. I said something about like I wanted to use a, not a dark lip because of my foundation. It was because of my eyeshadow, not my foundation. And I kept getting the shades in the palette when I was doing my under eyes confused. Coastline, Mediterranean, whatever the heck I was using. But yeah, I do want to say I noticed all of that stuff, but I mean, what do you do? What do you do? So just so you know, a little disclaimer, there are a lot of mistakes in this. I'm sorry, and next time I'll make sure I work on those and get you out something better. I love you guys. Bye.
Good morning.
Hi guys. Oh, I knew my phone was going to do that as soon as I turned on the camera. It did. Okay, you are seeing me wear my Go Griswold Go Home shirt again because I promised that I would add this in a vlog, but I'm still editing that vlog, so I'm going to go ahead and put this video first. And the shirt that I want to show you so bad is this. My sister made it. Like I said, she has like a little crafting business, and if you want her to make you something, like a Go Griswold Go Home shirt or anything, then she will. I'll give you the information you need to get a hold of her. But she made this for my niece, you guys. Look at this. It says, pray before you play. And it makes a cross like with the baseball stripes. That is just beautiful to me. So if you have kids that are in baseball or soccer or basketball, any sport, you can have one made for that particular thing. So yeah, get a hold of her, let me know, and I'll give you guys her info, and she will help you. She's great. She will have your shirt probably done the day that you order it. Like she's very big on trying to get things done for the people her customers. And if she has to mail it, there will be shipping. Yeah, shipping will be applied, but I mean, that's normal, especially in a little business like that. You know, if one day she got really big, I'm sure that they would adjust something to where like certain places could have free shipping, but right now that's just not an option. And it's not because it's not because she doesn't want to, it's because it's just not an option. So anyway, one more thing before I get into the video. Okay, this is so funny. My sister, my family are really big believers in God and Jesus and the gospel and the whole 9 yards. Only I am Baptist and my sister is apostolic, which is fine. We respect each other. We respect what one another believe, and it's great because we know in the end that all the churches are going to come together, and when you come together, it's going to be for the same purpose, the same person, the same reason. Anyway, it's funny because I have really long hair, like it's seriously down past my hip, and Steph, her hair is like, up to her shoulder. She's been letting it grow for a long time now. And she's like always saying, Shannon, please cut your hair off and let me have it as extensions. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I have been growing my hair since my dad died because he loved when we have long hair. And I won't even get my dead ends trimmed anymore. And I learned something new about that. Steph told me that your dead ends are the holy ends of your hair. So now I'll probably never get them cut again. Just interesting little statement she told me. But anyway, the video tonight. I'm going to go ahead and just do a tutorial. We've already reviewed the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. So tonight we're going to go a little bit deeper in it, and I'm going to do a totally different eye look, and we're going to see how it turns out. So that's what this video is about. It's a complete tutorial on foundation, the whole 9 yards. So, as usual, I'm gonna get started with my Cover FX primer, which is right here. And I'm gonna apply that in the areas that I want to fill in my fine lines and my larger pores. You don't have to put this all over your face, you guys. You just don't. I feel like if you overdo it, it can really mess up your foundation. So really just, you only need to apply a little bit in the areas that, you know, depending on your skin, if you use a hydrating primer in the areas that are dry, or if you have oily skin in the areas that you have oily skin, of course, and whatnot. But so that's really the only areas is like my T-zone, and I add some down here because my pores down here are a little larger. So, but I have very oily skin, actually combination, as you can see. During the winter time, I get really dry skin around my mouth and my nose, and a lot of redness. But that usually goes away in the summertime whenever the humidity is back up, and you guys know. Okay, since I'm out of primer right now, yeah, I'm out of primer for my eyelids. I've been waiting on some to come, but it hasn't came yet. I use the Estee Lauder primer, but not here, so I'm gonna go in once again with my Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm just going to conceal the areas that I want to, because I do know that the Rivera palette does have fallout. So I'm gonna go ahead and conceal first. So that's what we're gonna do now. I always get my lids if I don't have like an eye primer, which I'm out. So that's why I'm using this on my lids lately. I just never thought it was really a big deal to add into a video, but if you guys want me to start showing you like how I prime and whatnot, then I can do that, but you're just gonna have to wait on me to get my primer. It was shipped out a few days ago, so I'm hoping that it's here soon, like this week sometime. And I do get that on Macy's website. Sometimes I will just go to Elder Beerman and pick it up, but a lot of times they don't have my shade in stock, because I guess it's like a commonly used shade. I'm in 1W1 Bone in my foundation. So I have a cold. If you hear me sniffling, that's what it is. A bad cold. Yeah, bad. So it stinks. And I know once I get my makeup done, guess what? I'm gonna have to blow my nose. I'll probably have to take breaks in between to do that, because I can feel it coming on. My husband just got over it, poor guy. I know I have it, and I can tell you right now that I'm a big baby with colds. I can be giving birth and lay there with no medicine and laugh, but when I have a cold, nope, your girl's about to sleep 24/7. And I can't do that because I've got kids. Unless it's the weekend and Ryan will help me. He's still sick, getting over his. But you guys give me a minute, I'm gonna take care of my nose. I'll be right back. As you can see, all of that redness is back. I just had to blow my little snout. And that's why it's extra red right now, because I've been blowing my nose like crazy. So we'll go ahead and conceal that again for now. I'm gonna really have to fix plus my face tonight. Oh, actually when I'm done, I'll probably just end up wiping it all off, because when I have a cold, I don't even try to put makeup on. I know better. Unless I do like a light look, like a no makeup look, where I just kind of put some bronzer on and blush and no foundation or nothing. And you can do that, and sometimes that's better than doing an entire foundation look. Okay, I'm gonna start with my eyes first. You guys know this. We do this every time I make a video, and nothing's changed. I just need to find a brush, which I'm gonna use my Luxie 660 Precise Foundation brush. I like to use this sometimes, or a fluffy brush, to apply my setting powder. And I use the Luna by Luna translucent setting powder all the time. I like it. It doesn't give me flashback. It doesn't make me have a white cast. So, and even if it did around my under eyes, I wouldn't mind, because I always like to have those brightened up. You guys know us moms, we need all of that extra brightness we can get. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into my palette. If you see me like down here doing a number like this, it's because I'm cleaning my brush off. A few of them I've cleaned, a few are still a little bit dirty from my, I don't know what I did last. Whatever I did last, they're still dirty from that. So, as last time, I dipped into the shade Estate first because it's the closest one in the palette to my skin tone. I'm going to use that as my translation blending shade. So, I'm going to dip in, tap, and go ahead and start putting that in my crease. And I'm going to do one eye on camera, one off, just to save on time. Because I know you guys don't need to see me do both eyes, and I know you're going to be like, goodness gracious, her videos are 3 hours long. I already know it's going to be at least 30 minutes, so I'm going to try and save you a little bit of time, and probably not go into a lot of detail about what I'm doing as far as like my foundation being applied and stuff, because you guys already know. I just did a tutorial and a review on the Morphe Y6. You see me add, apply, do all of that on that video, so I don't think it's necessary. Alright, now that I got that applied, I'm actually going to take my Morphe by Jacqueline. She, you know, did like a collab with them a while back, and it's the JH35. It's just a smaller little blender, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to stay with the pinks this time. I think I'm going to stay with the pinks, and I'm going to use Coastline, which is like a peachy shade right here. I'm going to use Bahamas again, and then Monte Carlo. So I'm going to start with Coastline, and I'm going to add that to my crease with my Jaclyn Hill by Morphe. Like I told you guys the last time, this palette is definitely pigmented. I would start out lightly and build your way up on pretty much every shade. Okay, I always close my eye, lift my brow, and I always have less control by holding it on the tip. That way I get a better blended look. So I may not have as much of control, which you're probably like, what? What? You don't have control? Isn't it going to be a sloppy mess? No. It's very necessary when you're doing a radiant look. Like if you're just doing like a one color eyeshadow day, then yeah, you don't need to worry about that. But I'm not. I'm doing a few shades because I told you guys I would, and that I would do another look, and that's what I'm doing. And to be honest, I'm not going to edit a whole lot of this, but I am going to go turn the TV off because I know it's probably killing you just like it is me. So I'll be right back. I love you guys. Be right back. All right, guys. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Okay, I went ahead and blended out Coastline on my other eye real quick too. But I wanted to give you guys a little 411, 101, whatever you want to call it, on your lids. It's very important to prime them and set them. And I'm going to insert a picture now to show you guys what your lids look like up very close. And this is why right now. Coming in. And that's why. So even though you can't see those little tiny lines and creases, they are there. And whenever you go to blend them out without a base, without a primer, without, you know, foundation is fine to use. Blend it out and set it though. That way you can have something nice and smooth to blend out your to blend out your eyeshadows with, and it will look so much better. So if you don't do that already, then definitely make sure you start. Now I'm going to dip into the shade Monte Carlo. I'm going to deepen up my crease a little bit, and it's this shade right here, the Side Bahamas, which is our next go-to. So this one and this one. So let's go into Monte Carlo, and I'm going to use the same brush. I'm going to use my Morphe by Jaclyn Hill, and it is the JH35. So, ooh, that one definitely has a lot of powder and pigment, so let's go in. I am saving the deepest shade for last. Which makes sense. I mean, that's what you do on pretty much any look. But this is going to be a very pinky look. I was going to do green for Valentine's Day, which I might tomorrow. Valentine's Day. I'm thinking of Valentine's Day because of the pink. For St. Patrick's Day, I may go ahead and do that tomorrow since my little boy's birthday is on St. Patrick's Day. Gotta represent. No, I'm not Irish. My daughter, Kylie, has been bugging me like crazy to do another tutorial. Like do my mom's makeup type thing. So I'm thinking about letting her do that soon. Because she had so much fun the last time we did it. And from what I've seen, I mean, it's a pretty popular video out of the views I get, which are not a lot. But I'm hoping that that'll build up. And as it builds up, my setup will get better over time. You don't just go out and purchase everything you need for a YouTube setup right away, because what if you do and you end up not liking filming? It's going to be a lot of returns. Just like I started filming with my phone. And then once I got into it a lot more, I bought a camera. And that's not cheap. And that's why you really got to make sure it's something you want to do. So that's my advice on that. I know so many people who really want to start a channel, but are either scared to or just don't know how. And I always say, follow your dreams. Do what you want to do. If that's something that you love and that you want to try and that you think that you're going to want to do for like a long-term thing, then do it. But you got to remember this. It's not going to happen overnight. It's something that you have to work with, work on, learn. I learn every day. Every day. And even, very high view YouTubers are still learning. And I know YouTube changes all the time. What people get interested in change all the time. So it's a constant trying to keep up. But I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to do the things that I love on my channel, not what everyone else wants. And makeup and my family, like my vlogs, are like a huge, makeup is like a huge passion of mine. But my family is something that I love and care about and that I want to add in. So you guys know a little bit more about me than just my pink eyeshadow, So that's why my channel is like a really big mix of different things, because I kind of like to throw it all in there. Sometimes I just get bored and get hungry and say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to have a chit chat with my YouTube fam while I eat. And I enjoy it. It's not something I feel like I need to do all the time. I'm not a mukbanger, whatever you want to call it. I just do it to catch up and let you guys know what's going on, especially if I haven't posted in a couple of days. But I can say this, you guys, filming and uploading and all of that, that gets hard. So now I see why. Now I see why people are always like, I'm sorry. I completely understand now. Because I'm, doing YouTube now. So whenever my favorite YouTubers don't upload right away, now I'm just like, okay, girl, I got you. I know. So take it easy on them, because it's a lot of work. You guys out there might think, oh, how hard is it to sit in front of a camera and do your makeup? Trying to keep up, the pace, uploading different videos, different looks. It's not just about sitting and talking. It's a lot more than that. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish my other eye off camera, and I'll be right back and we'll do our lid shade. All right, guys, I got my other eye done. All of the pink is blended out. Now we're gonna go in with the lid shade, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna use. I'm thinking about going in with like this copper one. It's called Yacht, right here. So I think that's what we're gonna try out. It's a different color. We haven't used it yet. And I really think that would be a pretty color on the lid. So let's add this and see how it looks. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of the shimmery pink in the inner corner on top of this like yacht coppery gold. It's called yacht. And I will go in with my finger, but first I like to get a good build up with my brush. If you know what I mean. Okay, I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to go in with my pinky and kind of build it up near the middle. And I'm going to take a clean brush. This is my Morphe MB23. I'm going to go in with Coastline, my transition shade. I'm just going to kind of blend that in to make sure that oh yeah. Lid shade looks like it's kind of transitioning in from like a lighter pink to a dark pink. And now I'm gonna take, I can't even say that, this Palermo, it's the pink in the in the palette, the shimmery pink. I'm gonna add a little bit of this in my inner corner area. I'm not even going to use my finger because I want to make sure that it's light and just like a hint of it on top of that coppery brownie shade. Okay, the other eye. Alright, I'm going to take a more defined brush, just a small one, and I'm going to take the first shade, Sales, which is the bright matte white, and I'm going to use that right under my lash line, right under there. I still got to do my brows. Okay. Where's my brow stuff? You guys, I'm not seeing anything on the brows. This is the brush that came in the palette. That's why I grabbed it and started blending immediately. I should have used it to begin with. It is double-ended, so that's cool. Anyway, I guess I'm just gonna have to use shadows. This is my Ulta Angled eyeliner brush, but I'm gonna use it on my brows. So I'm just going. Probably going to be a little bit deeper than I like them to be, but I don't care. This is really more about the palette in the quality of the palette than it is my eyebrows. So I'm not even gonna go in hard or try hard, you know me. I just get it done and go. Okay, let's jump to the other one. This is the one. Like mine aren't even sisters half the time. They're like total strangers. This one has more of like an angle, and this one has more of like a roundness. They're not sisters, they're not twins for sure, and they're definitely not cousins. So we'll just call them best friends with totally different personalities. I know what my sister's thinking right now. Taylor, you're freaking nuts. Shannon. But to be honest, I don't think she'd know what to do if I did act normal. All right, guys, we're gonna get the foundation on. Yeah, they're gonna look like orange almost. I don't care. I'm gonna use my Morphe Y6 and my Cover FX Power Play because I'm out of my Estee Lauder, which I would be using, not because I don't love this, but because I do love it and it's expensive. This is like $42 or no, like $46 is what I paid. And my Estee Lauder is like $42, $43, so it's a tad bit cheaper. And that, in an Estee Lauder, like in a foundation, this smells similar to it though. It lasts for like a good year. Like I said, I just ran out, and I had just purchased this bottle, like the Estee that I just ran out of, like at this time, actually before this time last year. So I just have to say that, you guys, I can't tell you enough how good my Estee Lauder foundation is. Which I'm excited kind of because this is a new foundation to me and I've never blended it out with a Morphe Y6. And I just think that's a fun new thing to do. I like this foundation a lot. I like it better than my Estee Lauder a little bit, just in some areas. I feel like it's a lighter foundation, definitely buildable. I think it's definitely probably a medium coverage when you apply your first layer, but buildable. And I just would like to use this for when I'm doing like really special events or things, or going out with my husband, or trying to look cute for the night, so maybe he will pay attention to me. Because after a few years of marriage, you guys, after hearing so many farts, walking in the bathroom and smelling so many turds, it's yeah, you know. So I do try to look nice sometimes because I feel like, you know, he does for me. At least I hope he does for me. Every married couple have their problems. That goes without saying, but you know, the only way that I believe it can be handled is to talk and work through them. And it's taken us a long time, and we're still working on it. And we haven't been married very long, going on 5 years. And we only knew each other for 2 months when we met. One day I'll do a sit down and tell all about how we met and how everything led up to being married, family's reactions to it. I'll get in texts or something and, you know, show them and let you guys see what his family thought about me. And I will record like my own family, like my grandma who doesn't really text, and let you guys hear what she thought. Not that they don't love him now, but you know, we met in November of 2013 and got married in January 2014. January 15th. 2014. So yeah, add that up. Kylie's 8 now, and she was almost 4 when we got married. She turned 4 January 6th, and we got married on the 15th. So she was still very young. So Ryan has definitely stood up as parent, and like, you guys, I could ask for more from someone. I get mad, just like every wife does. I say things I don't mean. But at the end of the day, that's not what matters. I mean, everyone says things they don't mean to the people they love sometimes. Is it fun? Not at all. No one wants to fight. But when you live together, you do. And the only thing about that is I don't want his family to think like I'm some psychopath bitch that treats him awful, because that's not even close to the truth. I just hope they all understand that, you know, we're married, we're going to argue. And for the most part, they do. I can't say like my mother-in-law hasn't been so understanding. The only time she's ever gotten upset with me for being mean is whenever I really deserved it. But, you know, if it's something Ryan did, then she's definitely always there to support me and be like, yeah, he needs to stop. So it's not like they treat me bad, but, you know, as a mother, if it were my son, I'm gonna defend him whether he's right or wrong. So I totally get why they would. But where I've been around them so much and in the family for a while now, I think that they know me well enough to know that I'm not like a god-awful villain that's trying to wreck someone's life. And I think they love me. I think they do. All right, let's do our under eyes. We're gonna go in with the shade Monty. Now, Coastline, our transition shade, and we're gonna go in with that first. And I'm just going to use the other end of my Anastasia Beverly Hills brush cam with the palette and smudge that in to my lower lash line all the way across and blend it up towards, you know, the outer corner. And I'm gonna do that with both eyes. Woo! Almost poked myself in the eye. Alright, I need something a little more detailed now, you guys. A little more poofy and a little more detailed. I'm going to go with my little tiny Ulta brush. It's just a Cauda Crease brush. And I'm going to go into Monte Carlo now. That's going to be too big. I can't find all my brushes for some reason. So I'm just going to use the end of this Eco Tools brush. Kind of the same thing I had with the other. And dip into Monte Carlo, and I'm gonna really get close to my palette. And smudge that right above. Okay, or East 8. So that's what we're gonna do. And then I'm gonna go back into East 8 and smudge this right below it again. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Monte Carlo, close to the lash line. And then I'm going to use the other end to go into Coastline again and blend it out. All right, I'm just gonna put this in the palette, so that way you're okay with it. Now, we're gonna do, I already kind of did a little bit of bronzing, but we're gonna finish that. I'm using my Tarte Hamptons Weekender. I gotta go in light because it is a little bit deep, but I don't care how deep the bronzer is. If you go in light enough, you can always make it work. Okay, I'm gonna stay in the same palette and go into Summer House, which is the blush. Apples in my cheeks. I'm not gonna do a whole lot of face makeup because I am seriously blinding with foundation. So that's why. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Better Than Sex mascara and start applying this. You know what? No, I'm not gonna do that first. Shannon, what's wrong with you? I gotta get over here and find my, I'm gonna use a little bit more of my Pretty Vulgar. I've been trying to use more of this because it's drying out. And I'm using my Morphe M217 and dipping in. It's a little bit more angled on the end. So it's a little bit easier to get more detailed with than just a plain old brush. Right. Sorry guys, I had a little bit of a hiccup with my camera, so that happened. So anyways, I'm going in with my Morphe eyeliner brush into Pretty Vulgar. Since it's drying out and I'm not gonna be able to give it away, I'm just gonna try and use what I can. And we're gonna go in lightly. All right, finish my other eye and we'll finish up. Guys, I got the other eyeliner done. So we're gonna put on our mascara now. Again, it's the Better Than Sex Too Faced mascara, in which my sister got me hooked on. So we got one in a boxy charm and I ended up giving it to her, but I went and picked up another one. She was about out anyway. I think. She said she's gonna have to get a new one soon, but I don't know. Don't know. You guys, if you don't branch out and just try a little bit of color, then you're missing out so much. I mean, what is the worst that could happen, to be honest? What? You don't like the look? Okay, so take some makeup wipes and take it off and try again. Because I know my sister is a big neutral palette girl, but I know like this pink would look flipping amazing on her. Her skin tone, oh, is the skin tone that you would kill for, because it's the skin tone that you just always have beautiful olivey tan skin all year, and like you don't have to go to the tanning bed type skin. So these pretty bright pinks and purples and blues, oh, they would be so pretty on her. I won't give up though. I'm gonna keep on trying. Keep on trying. And get her to branch out just a tad bit, because I think if she did, she would be so happy that she actually did it. I just know, I know. Big sisters know those things. No, you guys, seriously, I think she acts like the big sister sometimes. Ooh. Sometimes she's gonna put me in my place and be like, Shannon, calm the hell down. So I used to get really offended. And now I don't, because I know that even though something might come off and sound like hateful and mean, it doesn't mean that it is. Taylor just tries to calm me down and tell me, you know, like it's fine, like the emergency room. Just take them to the emergency room so you're not waiting for hours. They'll get seen quicker. And I'm like, they need to go to the ER. It's an emergency. Yeah. So she's definitely really good about telling me how it is. And you know, you need that sometimes. So that's fine with me. She's a great mom. Even before she had her daughter, she was a great mom. I'm not gonna put any more of this on because I don't want like a super deep lip. But I also don't want like a super light lip, if you know what I'm saying. But I am gonna take some of Peekaboo and put it like in the middle to give me a little bit of a highlight, like right here. You get a nice little bit of a highlight. And kind of like a lip liner effect when you do that. So that's what I did. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that this look is probably as complete as it's gonna get. Well, let me get you guys off the tripod and we'll take a close up. All right, my beauties. Close up of my beautiful face. A very bright, smoked out pink eye look. And I have on my lips the Melted Latex Too Faced. I have the lighter shade like kind of in the middle to highlight it. Creasing some. And my Hamptons Weekender palette on my cheeks, which I kind of just threw on real quick, so it's kind of a toy. So it's a little messy, but anyway, the eye look. So yeah, guys, that's what I did for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.